It's time for Costa Rica. They are the lowest ranked team in the group at 31, and they qualified by beating New Zealand in that OFC versus CONCACAF playoff round, which the U.S. were nearly in, by the way. They're in their sixth tournament finals ever and looking for their first ever semifinal berth. Never gotten past the quarters. Luis Fernando Suarez, the Colombian, leads them in the coach's role, and they're going to look to play underdog. This is a tough group for them. They definitely are not the favorites. I will say that. Lots of experience in this group. Lots of players in their early 30s, mid 30s, even some late 30s. Not very many young teenagers. This is probably their last run at it for a while, I'd say, before teams like Canada, Mexico, United States, and then you've got Jamaica, who's looking to be their next step up. Couple of different CONCACAF teams that could knock them out. I'd say this is probably their last run at it. But how are they doing? How's their form?
So form coming in similar to a lot of the other non-European teams. A couple of Nations League qualifying games and then a couple of friendlies as well, and as well as the Intercontinental Playoff. So they have had a 2-0 loss against 60th ranked Panama, a 2-0 win against. I have question marks here because I legitimately could not find the ranking of this team, but a 2-0 win against Martinique. We'll just I feel like it's kind of safe to assume that they're above 100 in rank, but I could not find it for the life of me. So
I'll do some research while you keep going.
okay. Followed by a 1-0 intercontinental playoff win against New Zealand, who are 105th ranked, a 2-2 draw against 28th ranked South Korea. And this was a really random game, but a 2-1 win against Uzbekistan,
I
who's
love that.
77th ranked. I wonder how that happens. Like, does Costa Rica just get on the phone with Uzbekistan and they're like, "Hey, you want to play a soccer game?"
You have to imagine it's something like that, right?
How do you even get like Uzbekistan's number? Like, do you have to go through another country to get their number? Like that's. I just wonder how that happens. I'm very curious. I'd love to be a fly on the wall of when they're planning that stuff.
Literally, that'd be something cool. Um, yeah. So right now, can't find them.
I don't know.
Cannot find Martinique. Are you on? Did you usually go to FIFA.com?
Yeah, I went on the official like FIFA site and I searched for them. I couldn't find them, but maybe somebody listening can let us know like if what's the deal with how they're ranked, if there's a reason like they're not considered in the rankings. I'm not sure.
Yeah. Let me take a quick little look here because now I want to know. They are 11th in the region. That I have. Why are Martinique not ranked by FIFA? The island is considered part of France. So Martinique and other French overseas departments, such as French Guiana and Guadeloupe, are not members of FIFA and not eligible to participate in World Cup qualifying or other events held by FIFA, the world governing body.
That's
So there you
so
go.
that's so weird though, because like Puerto Rico is on FIFA's rankings, but that's a US territory. The British Virgin Islands are on here. I don't know exactly how the rules work. I'm not
Me
gonna
either.
question
But
it too much.
hey, listen, I learned something new today. I'm very happy that I learned that. That's awesome.
I guess that
Every,
makes sense. Martinique has the French flag.
yeah, everybody should try and learn something new every day. That is the DP Pod
Well, if you're listening
motto.
to the DP pod, I guarantee you just learned something new today.
You're dang right. That's what we're here for. We should do that. We should do fun fact of the day.
I like that. That's a good idea.
Season 4, baby.
And
We got ideas.
we should try to incorporate it into the episode. Fun fact about something we talk about.
Yeah. Nice. Awesome. Well, um, Joel Campbell, Francisco Calvo, Bennett, Kendall Waston, my boy,
Absolutely.
and Zamora all getting on the goal scoring sheet. But if we're talking key players, I'm talking about a goalkeeper.
Hmm.
Keylor Navas. All right, it's time to go on a rant. Keylor Navas, the single most disrespected player in at least football history, maybe sports history, maybe ever, outside of sports ever. This dude was a top 5 goalkeeper for like 6 years. You cannot convince me otherwise. And simply because he wasn't European, people were signing other goalkeepers to be in front of him. He was absolutely disrespected as a goalkeeper simply because he came from Costa Rica. And I am flabbergasted is the word I'm going to use. This is probably his last World Cup. He's age 35. I can't imagine he's going to get any farther. He's going to have to dig in and find that old form to give Costa Rica any chance at surviving in this group. Very good shot stopper. Great at penalties. We saw him do that in 2014, I believe, against Greece. Is that right? That's where he kind of came out on the scene.
Yeah.
He could do a little bit better claiming some crosses, but listen, his job is to keep the ball out of the net. If he can do that, these guys have a chance. Period.
Yeah. I'm a little worried for him coming in because I'm looking it up right now. Let me double check. I want to make sure I have this right. I don't believe he's played a single game for PSG this season.
He hasn't.
That kind of worries me coming in for him. I mean, I 100% agree with you in that he is highly disrespected over his career. I think he is without question the greatest CONCACAF goalkeeper of all time. And I think he has that ability, somewhat, at least, majority of that ability still in him. But I worry about the fact that he has no match fitness coming in. So let's see if that plays a factor in how his performances are. But let me not harp too much on him. Let me move on to my next top player. If my computer screen wants to cooperate as it shuts off on me.
I've passed the virus on to you.
Yes. I could tell you off the top of my head, I know the next player on my list was Joel Campbell.
Mine too.
Yeah, a name that probably many of you have heard of and recognize. Believe was at Arsenal at some point. I think even like Sporting. Currently plays for Club Leon in Mexico right now.
Bum.
With a 6.83 rating, 1 goal and 3 assists in 18 appearances in Mexico this season. Internationally, he's got 2 goals and 1 assist in 11 appearances. And in friendlies, he played against South Korea, no goals or assists in that game. The numbers really don't jump off the page for me, but I know that this guy has the talent to be a strong attacking player for this team, considering the fact, he was at Arsenal at one of the top teams in the Premier League. Like, they obviously saw something that I'm sure many other teams saw as well. Can he find that level? I don't know. It seems like his career is kind of, ever since he was at Arsenal, has gone downward. But I still think that he's going to be a major player for them in this tournament.
Yeah, he was all over the place, wasn't he? He was loaned out to Laurent. He was loaned out to Betis, Olympiacos, Villarreal, Sporting CP, Betis again. That's pretty cool. I didn't realize he was going to all. I mean, I know he's on loan a bunch, but I didn't realize it was all those teams. This dude should have made a move to MLS like 6 years ago. By the way,
Yeah,
He comes to MLS in like
he probably revitalizes his career.
2017. Yeah, he finds form and he's not going on loans all the time.
You know what I think though? I think if you were to take him and like roll back those years and let's say it is 2017, but it's like current day MLS, I think he makes the move to MLS. I think we're at a level now where he would feel more confident coming here and revitalizing his career.
Yeah, but he doesn't need to anymore. He's 30. I mean,
Well, yeah, now he doesn't need
it's not
to.
revitalizing anything. Sorry, we need to jump back to Keylor Navas for a second. So when I told you he was disrespected, this is the exact quote that I got from a player of mine or a former teammate. Now we coach together at Alfred. He goes, he is not the top 5 goalkeeper in the world. He never was. He couldn't save a toddler in a puddle, and he needed elite defenses, so he never had to make a save again.
I think that sums up your point pretty well.
correct. I just sent him a little note to to let me know what he said again. So he's now a part of the episode. I'll make sure to send it to him so he knows all about it. But yeah, Joel Campbell, if he moves to MLS 6 years ago, he's going back to Europe, or is worth. I mean, like I said, I think the most money he was sold for in his moves was about $2 million. We at least get him for 4, or sell him for 4 at least.
Yeah, I agree with you. Anybody else on your list?
I do. I have one more.
Mm-hmm.
This guy is remembered really for 2 things. First, he's an Everton legend. Second, his time in MLS. Do we know who he is? I actually I have scarves of both of those teams, by the way. So that's a fun fact for you.
I said, I'm having one name pop up in my head. I don't know if he played at Everton, though.
Who is it?
Brian Oviedo.
It is Brian Oviedo. How could you not remember his 86-minute winner in 2013 versus Prime Man United? How could you not?
I didn't watch the sport in 2013.
How could you not? I'll send you that clip too. So basically, for his time at RSL and his 86-minute winner versus Prime Man U in 2013, I mean, what else is there to talk about? Dude's a goat. He's a very good defender. He reads the game pretty well, but he also contributes a ton going forward as an attacking wingback. He's got great service. He's got a really nice left boot. Puts the ball exactly where you want it. You can trust him to carry the ball into the half, combine, create, get forward. I would expect a lot of the attack to go through his side.
You think he keeps Matarrita out of the team?
Yeah. Matarrita couldn't even get on the field for DC or for FCC.
Wasn't he hurt for most of the time?
Well, that's what I mean. What has he done to get in?
I just think he gets in on the fact that there's not a ton of depth in the team. I think he probably gets called in. Maybe he doesn't start though.
Oh no, I'm not saying Matarrita doesn't go. I'm just saying that I don't think he starts.
I don't think he's going to start either.
Okay, I'm glad we're on the same page.
It looked like Oviedo played pretty much every game.
Correct, because he's the GOAT.
Yeah.
Listen, he scores 1 goal against Prime Man United, never gets taken out again.
Should we talk about starting 11?
Why? You don't want to talk about the GOAT? You don't want to talk about Everton's glory days in 2013?
He's going to be in your starting 11. And you're just going to talk about him again.
You're right. Starting 11, I got him in a 4-2-3-1. Keylor Navas in the goal. I got Fuller at right back, Francisco Calvo at center back. And as much as I wanted to put Kendall Waston in this team for No Rules FIFA, that's nobody gets that joke. That's awesome. I got Duarte in there, with of course Brian Oviedo on the left. I got Borges and Tejada in the midfield 2, and then in the 3-pack in front of them, I got Torres, I got Venegas, and I got Bennett, and then in front of them I got Joel Campbell.
Torres, Venegas. Say that again.
Torres, Venegas, and Bennett.
Okay. So I I had everything the same up until we got to the attack. I've got Navas in goal, Oviedo at the left back, Calvo and Duarte as center backs, and Fuller on the right. I got Borges and I think it's Tejeda. I'm not sure exactly. Maybe Transfer Market had it wrong, but I think I think we're talking about the same guy. I got them in the midfield. Up top, correct me if I'm wrong. I don't know if this guy's actually still playing anymore.
Oh no, I know you're gonna tell me.
But I got Brian Ruiz in there.
Brian Ruiz is not playing anymore. I'm pretty sure he's retiring at the end of the year.
Okay, because he still popped up on Transfer Market, and
I know
think
he
was
did.
Still
I
in
saw
their
him
team.
too. Brian Ruiz was a USA killer over the last
Yeah, I mean he's like
for a long time.
He's probably been their best attacker, like over the last many years.
Oh yeah, no, he was like I said when US used to play them in Gold Cup and the Hex, it was don't let this guy out of your sight.
Yeah, I think if he if he's still playing and gets called in, I think he could do a decent enough job in the right system at attacking mid. One where he doesn't have to move around much, but can use that technical ability to, help create the attack. I could easily see him switched out though for like Venegas. So I am not like hard set on him being in there. The other two
Yeah,
wingers I've got Bennett and Campbell. I've got Bennett on the left, Campbell on the right. I don't think it really matters. You could swap them. Up top, I have Anthony Contreras. I saw his name
okay.
floating around at striker a lot. Seemed to be scoring a couple goals. So I figured if you can get Campbell out on the wing, maybe that's a little bit better, and then get someone up top who has a little bit better of a goal scoring record.
Yeah, I think you'll get a lot of mix and match there. I think you'll see Campbell on the wings, you'll see him up top. There might be a sub that comes in that'll flip him over to another side. Um, I don't think he stays there forever. I don't think he stays up top forever. So